Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers presented by Arrowhead, Mountain Spring of Water. I'm Chris McGee. Big game, James Worthy, Robert Ory, Mike Bresnahan, Aline Trudell are down at the arena. Lakers start 2-0 for the first time since the 2010-2011 season. Big game, Rob and Brez, they fell behind by 22 points early in that second quarter, but they had a 17-6 run over the final 5 minutes of that second quarter, dominated the third and fourth on their way to victory. Listen, over 50% from three. They made 14 of those. 33 assists, 10 steals, 28 fast break points, big game, James, and a huge performance individually, AR, AD, Bron.
Yeah, I thought the comeback in the latter part of the second quarter kind of set them up for their third quarter. And so, Phoenix did a good job shooting the three. The three ball was just, tough for the Lakers in the first quarter, a little bit of the second. But I thought they buckled down in the last 4 or 5 minutes, hit some shots themselves. I think they got it to 9, and came back in the third quarter, and they started to execute. Obviously, AD, Reeves doing a great job knocking down some shots. And then collectively, defensively, they took away some of the threes and put a little pressure on, Booker, Durant, and Bill, not really, in that second half. So whatever they did at halftime to come out and correct it, did a good job, got the W.
Yeah, for me, I think if you look at the game is about adjustments. And the Lakers adjusted very well after that first quarter. In the first quarter, they gave up, 38 points? And you can't just give up 38 points in the quarter. And then the next day they adjusted. And also, they started executing. You look at some of the plays they ran, that play with AD in the corner. AD gave that Reeves for a back cut. Then they ran that play again with Jackson Hayes, and Jackson Hayes got a lob. So I love plays where you got more than just one option off, and that's what you're seeing a lot. When you talk about high IQ, this is what you're talking about, when you're able to have 3 or 4 options off plays, and that's what the Lakers need to be able to execute, to put the defense on their heels.
Brez, before we get to you, I want to go back downtown. Austin Reeves is with Mike Trudell.
All right, Austin Reeves, a big offensive first quarter for Phoenix. They get 38 points, and you guys made an adjustment, did something a lot better from that point on. What was it?
I think we just started competing harder. Like Coach said at halftime, we had a bad first quarter, and we can't afford to have another one. So, that was basically the message. Go out there and play harder. Be a lot smarter on the offensive end. Don't let them get out and get fast break points, which I think they had 14 in the first 7 minutes. So it was all about, trying to slow that down. Obviously, they got, a lot of really good players, but, the three-headed, monster is when they're making shots, it's hard to guard. So sometimes you got to tip your hat and, just say good shot and, continue to battle.
You made a lot of plays for teammates, but also 26 points on only 12 shots. You get to the free throw line, you hit a bunch of threes. It's the only way you can do that. How are you feeling offensively to be in this kind of a rhythm just in game 2? I
feel great. It's basketball for me. I've told you the same thing for 3 years now. It's all about playing the game the right way. And, the other night I didn't shoot it well, but, you don't let, your head hang on that one. JJ texted me at like 7 o'clock this morning. I was still asleep. He obviously wasn't, told me that he could see me having a big night tonight. So, waking up to a text like that, builds confidence in yourself.
Well, it impressed me that you were still able to drill a bunch of shots after getting just crushed in the face with an elbow. That looked like it hurt, man.
Yeah, I usually can lie to myself enough to not feel pain, but my face is kind of hurting right now. I can't lie.
All right, I'll just give you one more then. As a team, 2-0 now, right? You won both games. I get another one tomorrow night against Sacramento, but just has to feel good for you. All of the build-up. JJ comes in brand new. You get the full offseason, and you get this season started off the way you want to.
Yeah, I mean, the main goal every time you step on the court is to win, and regardless of how you do that, what it looks like, every single day, that's what this coaching staff is preaching, figure out a way to win, and that's what we're doing right now, and we're going to have another battle tomorrow night against Sac, and you got to come with your hard hat on and compete. I just almost said a cuss word.
All right, go get you're fine. Go get like a frozen bag of corn or something.
I'm about to go sit under a cold plunge for 30 minutes.
There you go. See you, man.
There's Austin Reeves talking about cold plunging for possibly 30 minutes. He did get hit in the face, but he also had a fantastic night. Brez, I want to get your opinion on that. And AR, 26 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 5 of 7 from 3. Had himself a night, and he said JJ texted him about 7 a.m. this morning. Austin was asleep, as I know you pretty well. You were too.
Absolutely. That's like halfway through my sleep cycle.
He said, I could see you having a night. And he did.
Yeah, nice confidence by JJ, really, kind of targeting Austin. and saying, look, you're the guy tonight. We know LeBron and AD are going to show up every night. We talked about this on the pregame show, excuse me. Who is going to be their third best player? Last year was probably D'Lo. This year, okay, Rui was definitely the guy in game 1. Tonight, it's definitely Austin Reeves tonight. And it might rotate between a few guys the entire year. And AD, we got to talk about him too, guys. I mean, he's so upset about not winning Defense Player of the Year award. He's like, screw it. There were 99 voters from the media panel last year. 4 gave him first place votes for Defense Player of the Year award. He said, screw it. I'm going to go for the MVP this year. Averaging 35.5 points, dominant defensively. I mean, if you keep losing, just go for the bigger trophy. Stick it to him that way, Geet.
Yeah, no question about it. AD was great. Let's stick with AR, though, for you guys. What did you see from him tonight? Just that confidence. As Brez talked about, that playmaking ability that he has. You could tell JJ has so much confidence in him to put the ball in his hand.
Yeah, it's a steady progress in what Coach Redick wants him to do as far as handling the ball and making decisions. And he does it well because he's a double threat. You know, he can make the pass. He can, create a foul and draw the foul. He's really good at being close to the defensive players, and he can make the shot. So, I like his role. It's going to be, imperative that he handles the ball in critical situations because of his, decision making.
I think for me, we talked about this earlier, where he's able to create so many things, and mostly the and one for himself. He's such a great player at coming off the screen and getting the defensive player on his hip or his shoulder and raising up for the shot to get the and one. I think when he gets that going, it gets him going. And tonight, he was just doing a little bit of everything. Think about it, he had, 5 assists in the first half?
Yeah.
I mean, all over the AD, but who cares? Assist is assist. That's getting someone a bucket. So for me, when he's able to facilitate like that, he makes his team so much better.
Brez, he also ended up with 3 steals. So he's doing it on both ends of the floor.
Hey, as JJ said a few weeks ago, he's not a chump on defense,
No,
Austin.
he thought he was.
Some people targeted him at certain points last year and the year before that. And Redick, again, trying to instill confidence in Austin, saying, he can play defense, guys. I'm going to show you he can play some D. Off to a very good start so far.
Yes, obviously JJ was kidding, but
right.
He did say, listen, he's a lot tougher than people think. Listen, President mentioned AD, phenomenal. Again, 35 points, 7 rebounds. He had the 2 blocks, the steal, the 4 assists. I think we talked about the assists in the pregame show as well when you guys were breaking him down. Just his ability to pass out of double teams, but he just looks like he left off right where he did in the Olympics and at the end of last year.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's on a mission.
Yeah.
To not only uplift the team, but also individually. He wants the Defensive Player of the Year or something, a Player of the Year or mention as the first team. I didn't think he got it as much in the fourth quarter. I think, but they were executing well without him getting it. So that was good. But, AD is, he's showing that he wants to be the leader of this team, although we know LeBron is the guy. It's going to go through him, and he's meeting it with force and aggressiveness, and I saw him block a shot or change a shot. Tyus Jones was right there at the goal. AD popped in there, tossed it back out. So he's, they know who he is, they know what he's capable of, and he's starting off with a nice, strong start this year.
You know where he is getting it done? Big Game just mentioned that fourth quarter is from the free throw line. He's getting to the line, and he's getting to the line in the fourth quarter, which means he's being pretty aggressive right now.
Yeah, he's getting to the line because his teammates are looking for him.
Yeah.
He uses them trying to get to the free throw. I mean, think about it. Advantage. Who has the advantage? 9 times out of 10, AD has the advantage on the floor. We talk about this so much, taking advantage of the opportunities. And with AD, who's going to stop him? You saw that 3 he shot where KD hit him on the arm, and KD is an excellent defender. And you saw him, he go into the hole. He's just smaller defenders. And that's one of the things that they kind of used to shy away from last season, where like, oh, he has an advantage, I'm going to get mine. But I like the fact that they're keying in on AD and saying, yo, you are going to be our stallion. We're going to ride you to a finish line. If you don't,
yeah, he
1, 2, 3 can't come.
Yeah, 17 attempts.
Yeah, I mean, he and Tatum are, in my book, the 2 MVPs so far, not even a week into the season, but both those guys playing extraordinary basketball. And the Lakers 2-0, I don't think many people would have had them starting off this way, James. I mean, this is strong. When you look at the 10 games that they started the season with, the schedule maker did them no favors. They got one more home game tomorrow against Sacramento. Then they go on the road for 5 against Cleveland right away. And starting off 2-0 is really, really impressive. That's, by the way, the last coach to do it, Phil Jackson, in 2010-11. That was his last year ever as a coach for any team.
Yeah, Lakers do have a tough one tomorrow. Second round back-to-back, a fresh Sacramento.
Welcome to HoopZone Sport News. Today we're breaking down the New York Knicks and what this season could look like for them. Knicks fans, it's been a long wait. Since 1973, the city has been hoping for a return to glory. There was a time when Madison Square Garden was the mecca of basketball. Those historic 90s moments, unforgettable playoffs, and intense rivalries made for magical nights. But as many know, a lot has changed since then. Fast forward to today, and the Knicks' journey is different. This time with Leon Rose leading from the front office, Coach Tom Thibodeau on the sidelines, and a fearless 6'2" guard named Jalen Brunson commanding the floor. Fans have reason to believe. Since his arrival, Brunson has been a revelation, showing up night after night, carrying a team that seemed lost just a few seasons ago. Last postseason, he averaged over 30 points, giving Knicks fans a taste of playoff success. He even dropped a jaw-dropping 47 points in a game, making it clear Jalen Brunson was born to play basketball in New York. The excitement around Brunson isn't just because he's scoring. It's about the spirit he brings. Brunson has Knicks fans daring to dream big once again. It's been a long time since this fan base had such an inspiring leader to rally behind. And while Brunson may be the heart of this team, he's not alone. The Knicks made some big moves to strengthen the roster. First, the addition of OG Anunoby, one of the league's most promising defenders, will give the Knicks a much-needed edge on the defensive end. He's a player who's not afraid to take on tough assignments and make crucial stops. And then, there's Josh Hart, the Energizer Bunny of New York basketball, who brings relentless hustle and grit every single game. Hart's coast-to-coast drives and fearless play style are exactly what Knicks fans want to see. But wait, there's more. Since last season, the Knicks have made some moves that turned heads. Enter Mikal Bridges, a versatile wing player who adds another layer to the Knicks' defense and offense, and Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most skilled big men in the league today. These two acquisitions have the potential to elevate the Knicks to a new level. Sure, they had to give up a lot to get here. Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a stack of future draft picks. But hey, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Knicks fans understand that after so many years of waiting, it's time to make bold moves and take risks. New York is hungry, and this time they won't settle for anything less than greatness. Let's not forget the journey they were on last season, where they reached the second round of the playoffs. The Knicks took down some top contenders, proving that you don't need to be the best to beat the best. New York isn't Boston, Philadelphia, or Miami. They don't need to be. They just need to be those cardiac kids we saw in May, refusing to back down, pushing every game to its limit. Knicks fans, take note. This season, with Karl Anthony Towns' shooting ability, Mikal Bridges' defense, and Brunson's leadership, New York is building something real. Towns may be known as a big man, but he's no stranger to the three-point line, with almost 1,000 threes made as a 7-footer. That makes him a unique asset for the Knicks, someone who can score in the post and stretch the floor, creating a whole new dimension for the team. And then there's Bridges. He's not just a defender, he's a smart scorer who's comfortable taking shots when it matters. Though he's been known to hesitate, his confidence is growing. And by the second half of games, we're seeing him shoot without hesitation. Bridges has that smooth shooting pocket. When he catches and shoots in rhythm, he's unstoppable. With each game, he's proving to be a player who can handle the pressure of New York's big stage. Yes, the Knicks still have some obstacles. Their recent loss to the Boston Celtics showcased a few weaknesses, especially on the defensive end, where the Celtics tied an NBA record with 29 threes. But Coach Thibodeau has a history of defensive adjustments, and Knicks fans can trust he's already working on fixing those issues. If the Knicks can iron out their defensive strategy, focus on their new additions, and embrace that gritty style that defines New York basketball, they'll be a team to watch. With a talented roster, passionate fan base, and renewed energy, this could be the season the Knicks finally break through. So, Knicks fans, what do you think? Will this be the year we see the Knicks make a deep playoff run? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more NBA content here on HoopZone Sport News.